All right, high rollers, it's March 2nd, and you know what that means. Third month, second day, that's 3 to 2, and that is National Blackjack Day. Where are you playing 21 these days? So many of the big resorts on the Las Vegas Strip are nickel and diming us to death, and most are now offering odds at 6 to 5 on blackjack. What? That just ain't right. And here to talk about it is at Blackjack ROI on Twitter, a blackjack aficionado and organizer of National Blackjack Day. And again, that is today. At Blackjack ROI. Welcome to the show, man. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. Always great to be here, and it's great to be here on National Blackjack Day.
Now, I know you're actually playing Blackjack Day. You had to color up chips before the interview, so I think that's a good sign, right? You must be winning.
That's right. At least I had a few left to color up. So I'm right now in the North Carolina mountains at Harrah's Cherokee River Valley. So if you hear someone with an oxygen mask or someone in a rascal scooter drive by, you know what that is in the background.
Now, please tell me they support 3 to 2.
They do. It's actually, I believe they don't have any option up here in North Carolina. I think it's part of their rules that they must apply based on the state. So they pay everything 3 to 2 up here, both at this location and their other Cherokee locations. So they are part of the National Blackjack Day Coalition.
Now, I mentioned a lot of casinos on the Strip, a lot of casinos in Las Vegas give you 6 to 5 now on blackjack. Just terrible. What is the significance of National Blackjack Day? That's it, right? The odds.
That's exactly right. It's part of a bigger movement. You mentioned it, the nickel and diming, and this is one way that as a blackjack fan and player that I can help raise awareness, right? And we can all help raise awareness as players that the casinos who are trying to nickel and dime, things like 6 to 5, paid parking, all the other things you hear about all the time. 6 to 5, when you're playing and you don't really know the rules or the odds, you're losing money every time you get a blackjack. So if you're playing a $10 table, which I dare you to find a $10 table that's 3 to 2 on the Strip right now, except for a couple places like TI and the Cromwell, you're losing every time you get a blackjack. You pay $10, you get $12 back instead of a 3 to 2. You pay $10 in, you get $15 back for a blackjack. So every time you're losing, and over the course of hours, that adds up and eats to your potential bankroll and the enjoyment of the game for everybody.
I mean, people save up their hard-earned money to travel to Vegas for a nice vacation, a little bit of gamble. You're saying to gamblers, hey, it's important to support days like National Blackjack Day because they're getting you in the end if you don't.
That's exactly right. It's all about the enjoyment factor. I'm not a professional. I really love playing blackjack, and they make it harder and harder at some of these places to really enjoy it because really what we're out here to do is have some fun, relax, have a couple drinks, enjoy your time with friends, meet new friends. And when you're playing at worse odds, your money goes faster, it doesn't last as long, and your enjoyment factor is killed by that.
The website is nationalblackjackday.org. The Twitter is at Blackjack Day. I went to your Twitter page today, and here's a quick sampling of what I found. At Vital Vegas writes, somebody didn't get the tipping point memo. MGM Resorts ready to increase resorts fees. At Faces and Aces LV responded, this is why I try not to eat, shop, or play at MGM properties. He's been doing that for 2 years now, and he's still loving Vegas. At Multi Blue tweets, Las Vegas Strip has world's worst blackjack rules, 6 to 5. I'm out, I'm done. And at Tara Mac tweets, who would play at 6 to 5? Hashtag ripoff. That's just a sampling. I mean, you've got a ton of good response on the social media.
Well, and it comes from the folks who really pay attention, right? The folks who enjoy their blackjack really understand how this works. And really what we're trying to do is raise awareness for everyone so that everyone has a great experience, right? The more people who have a good experience playing blackjack their first time, because most of those people will try it at the Vegas Strip when they're on a convention or on vacation. If they have a good experience, they'll come back and become players in the long run. And so if you go in, you put $100 down, and your $100 is gone in 2 minutes because you got terrible odds and you're not getting paid out like you should, then you're not going to come back. And so we just want, we really want to raise the awareness. You mentioned MGM in there. They're probably number one on the list in terms of really skimping on the rules and pushing 6 to 5, even up to, I've seen 6 to 5 on $50 tables with MGM properties, which is almost unheard of.
Yeah, there's a lot of other properties up there as well, right? Caesars, what are they about?
Caesars is interesting. They have a mix. The Cromwell, for example, I actually had a great conversation with a couple of the hosts at Cromwell, including a couple messages went up to the GM, and they've gone all 3 to 2 on the Strip. Now, there are other Caesars properties who are hit or miss on their rules, on some 6-5 payouts, but they've got a mixed bag in terms of what Caesars is doing on the strip.
Now, I hate to be nostalgic, but gone are the heydays, right? The 99-cent buffet, the free drinks at a rapid pace to all gamblers. I mean, you might get a free drink, but you're not seeing the waitress again for half an hour. I mean, it's not the same, right? It's just not the same experience. Why do you think that is?
Well, where I'm sitting right now is one of the issues, right? The regional casinos have popped up like crazy, and they're doing extremely well. They're doing extremely well. Most of them do pay 3 to 2. Most of them cater to I would call them more regular gamblers, the folks who really understand the odds. So the regional casinos are really eating into the Vegas Strip numbers, and the Vegas Strip has gone more to an entertainment complex where they want to do nightclubs, DJs, restaurants, high-end entertainment, which squeezes out the profits on gambling. So they have to be tighter and tighter on their odds and payout.
I mentioned social media, some good response there. You're getting a lot of press as well. I saw an article titled, Celebrate National Blackjack Day with a Cocktail. I see at Rampart Casino is offering cheap drinks today, and it invented something called the Blackjack Cocktail to mark the occasion. Jack Daniels, Kahlua, and Grand Marnier. Wow. Are you happy with the press, and are you happy with the drink they chose?
You know what? I don't know that that's necessarily my drink, but I'm going to have one now that they've made it, right? So, it may not be my taste, but I'm going to have one in honor of the day. And I appreciate what Rampart did. I appreciate Review Journal for jumping in. Fox 5 Vegas covered it at Rampart. So, yeah, it's been fantastic. And I also want to shout out to the D in downtown Vegas who's really jumped on board with Blackjack Day. We actually were hoping to do a Guinness World Record with them this year, but the World Record Committee misplaced our category, and so I'm going back to them to get that reviewed. So hopefully for 2019, we'll be able to talk about what we're doing for a Guinness World Record on Blackjack Day.
Well, I had that penciled in here. I wanted to ask you about that, the Guinness World Record attempt. What kind of attempt is it?
I'm not going to say exactly what it was, simply because it could be replicated by someone if they do it first, but I will. It's basically, it's all blackjack all the time for the entire day, and the D was on board with promoting it and hosting it. It was going to be a lot of fun. So hopefully we can pull that off for next year.
I love it. A gambler's edge. Always looking for the edge, keeping things quiet. Now, you mentioned the D Casino. I know a big supporter of yours and vice versa. They offer 3 to 2, of course. Important to get behind these places, right? Is that your message today to gamblers?
That's exactly right? If we have a choice, right? It's just like anything in capitalism. You have a choice. The way that you can show people that you're not interested in what they're serving is not to use it. And, over the years since I've been doing this, I see so many tweets and comments about there was a 6 to 5 table with a full 6 people sitting at it right next to a 3 to 2 table with no one sitting at it. And that's just lack of knowledge. And so if we, as the folks who are really paying attention, can educate as many people as possible to, act with your feet and your dollars, put your dollars where people are playing 3 to 2, stay away from people who are 6 to 5, over time, hopefully that message gets through and we get to change the industry.
That's a good point, because a lot of these people that go to Vegas, you and I take it seriously. A lot of these people are just there for the fun for a week, and they're having fun, and they don't even realize what they're doing. And it's important to raise this awareness.
That's exactly right. And that's what, and let's be honest, that's what the MGMs of the world bank on, is they're counting on people who are just going to sit down with $100, not think about it. And, next thing they know, their $100 is gone. They don't know why it went so fast, but they do know that they didn't have a great time because their money went in 5 minutes instead of lasting for half an hour because they had better rules.
Now, I know you're itching to get back to the table and count some more cards. No, I'm just joking. I'm just joking. But listen, I want to go back to Twitter for a second before we round things off here. Again, at Blackjack Day. Follow that site today, at Blackjack Day on Twitter. You tweeted out a pro tip. Always wash your hands after a blackjack session. Who knows where those chops have been? And then you provided a National Blackjack Day tip. If you play 6 to 5 tables, never mind. You can never wash that stuff off. I mean, there's a lot of depth to that tweet, isn't there?
Yeah, I try to have a little fun. If you're going to do this, you might as well have a little fun. But yeah, it's just, however we can remind folks that nothing is going to happen on those 6 to 5 tables.
Absolutely nothing. You're right. It's National Blackjack Day, March 2nd. Important to support this day if you're playing blackjack today. Can't stress it enough. Support places like the Rampart, the D, casinos that offer 3-2 payouts when you hit 21. At Blackjack ROI, thank you so much. An important day. Good luck at the tables today.
Thanks, man. We'll talk to you soon.